What's up guys, Infernape here, and welcome back to my daily series where I go over my top 10 favourite Pokemon of each type without doing duplicates. Today we're going to be going over my top 10 favourite fighting type Pokemon. I really have a strong attachment to fighting type Pokemon more than I did when I was a kid, mainly because I actually became a martial artist. And I really have a strong attachment to fighting type Pokemon. Well, clearly I do because I made a top 10 about it. But still, fighting type Pokemon to me are easily one of the best types in all of Pokemon to me. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. What's some of your favourite fighting type Pokemon? If we have some fighting type Pokemon in common, and if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. At number 10, we have Graplock. I really love Graplock's design. Yes, I do know it's kind of basic, but it looks like it should be a water-type Pokemon, but it's not. Even though I really think it should be. But still, I really love its design, and I also like the martial art that it's based off of, Jiu-Jitsu. I've got a couple martial art friends who like to do Jiu-Jitsu, and I also really like Graplock in the anime. It is easily one of the coolest Pokemon because Beast Graplock wrecks crap. I just think it's easily one of the most merciless Pokemon I've ever seen in the anime. Literally, it takes the opponent, pins it down, and does a very close range liquidation. That is the definition of no mercy to me. Plus, I also really love Graplock's design. Now, if I could only use one in a playthrough, then I probably would have it higher. But I don't see me using a Graplock since I could always use a different fighting type Pokemon which is stronger. But still, Graplock looks really cool. At number 9, we have Hitmonlee. By far the best Pokemon out of the Hitmons. I love Hitmonlee. I also like the fact that it's based off the legendary Bruce Lee. Even though it doesn't do the same martial art as Bruce Lee, but that's neither here nor there. I've seen Hitmonlee used quite a lot in the Pokemon anime, and every time it's used, it is by far one of the best fighters I've ever seen. I just really wish that I could use one in one of my playthroughs. Because every time I use a Pokemon game that has Hitmonlee in it, I usually have a full team by then, or have a fighting type, so I no longer need Hitmonlee. Or it's the fact that Hitmonlee usually isn't as viable in a playthrough. But still, I do really love Hitmonlee. I just wish that I could use one, because I want to use one so badly. At number 8, we have Machamp. Now I know its design is pretty basic, but I like it because, yes, simple, but sometimes simplicity is best. Plus, I also love the fact that I've kicked the crap out of so many people using Machamp. Now I haven't used Machamp in a playthrough for a very long time, mainly because there is usually a fighting type Pokemon that is better. However, I still really love Machamp. I've used him quite a lot of times in playthroughs, and I really love all of its moves that it can learn. Probably one of my favourite strategies to use with Machamp is with the ability No Guard, and as well as the moves Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge. I really love using Machamp with that strategy, and who knows, maybe I'll use it in a playthrough again, but I don't think it's likely. At number 7, we have Emboar, the first Pokemon that I picked when playing through Unova. Because back then, I had only picked Fire-type starters because I was obsessed with Fire types. Emboar is just a great Pokemon to me. Yes, it's the third firefighting Pokemon that we got in a row, and I'm not exactly pleased about that because we went from Blaziken to the best Pokemon ever to this thing. I will admit its design isn't exactly as good as the other two firefighting type Pokemon, but still, I do really like Emboar. Like I said, I had used Tepig in my playthrough when I first got Black and White, mainly because I thought it was really cute. I liked Tepig in the anime, and only because I only chose Fire-type Pokemon from that stage. But still, I loved using Emboar. By far one of the strongest Pokemon in Gen 5. Even though I really don't like Gen 5 that much, as I'm sure some of you may already know. I just think it's by far probably one of the worst regions ever. Like literally the only thing it's got going for it is that it's got a half-decent story. But other than that, it's really not that special. But still, there are some hidden gems among Gen 5. One of them being Emboar. I love Emboar, and I just wish it was better, because it is not that strong. In fact, none of the Gen 5 starters are even that good. But still, who knows, maybe they'll get a buff one day. At number 6, we have Kommo-o. I believe that I used a Kommo-o during my first playthrough of Pokemon Sun, and it was beast. Literally, it was by far one of the strongest Pokemon that I had used up until that point. I sometimes still use Kommo-o when I'm playing Pokemon Sun, but I don't really play Pokemon Sun and Moon that much. I mainly play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But who knows, maybe I'll try using a Kommo-o in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, even though I mainly use the other Pokemon in those games. But still, who knows, maybe I'll give it a go. I love Kommo-o's design. Its power is amazing. I love all the different types of moves that it can learn. I just do not like its shiny. Oh my god, it is terrible. Like I said for a Weavile in the last video, if you take a Pokemon that is already badass and supposed to be ferocious and then make it pink, it's not badass or ferocious anymore. It looks cute and cuddly, even though it's not supposed to be cute and cuddly. It's supposed to be badass, ferocious, and powerful. If you make it shiny pink, it makes you look like a wimp. So, I don't know, like, I do really like its design, and I love how much I used it in the playthroughs. I just don't like it shiny. At number 5, we have Keldeo. I really love the Pokemon Sword of Justice movies, and I just love watching Keldeo in it. It was so stubborn, kind of like me, so probably that's why I liked it. Plus, I also love the fact that it was basically the underdog, kind of like me, because I feel like the underdog in almost any situation that I'm in. Plus, in that movie, it was so entertaining to watch. And I also really love the fact that it was voiced by one of the greatest voice actors ever, Vic Miyaga. He actually voiced in some of my favourite anime, that being Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, as well as the Pokemon Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly. I loved both of those, and I definitely love the fact that Vic Miyaga voiced Keldeo. Fun fact for you, in Sword and Shield, where you can actually pick up a Keldeo, I actually nicknamed it Vic after Vic Miyaga. So, yeah, I just really love Keldeo. At number 4, we have Marshadow. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time explaining about Marshadow, mainly because I only saw it in the I Choose You movie, got it in my game, and never touched it since. I love the Pokemon I Choose You movie, and I also love the fact how badass Marshadow was in that movie. It was bloody brutal. I love the fact that it has the power to mind control Pokemon, and I also like the fact that it basically followed Ash around to see if he had good intentions, and the fact that he could mind control all of the Pokemon to, well, basically kill Ash. I actually find that pretty brutal, and I like brutality. So that's probably why I put Marshadow this high. At number 3, we have Halucha. Now, starting from Pokemon X, I hated Halucha because every time I went up against the Halucha, I always lost. So, I kind of had a very strong hatred towards Halucha. Then I decided to maybe try out Halucha in Pokemon Ultra Sun because I heard that Halucha was amazing in these games. So I used it, and it was by far the MVP of the team. I love how many types of moves that Halucha can learn. I love how its Unburden ability is very powerful and how useful it was when I was playing through Pokemon Ultra Sun. I love its shiny. I just wish it was better in competitive because it looks like it could kick the crap out of a lot of Pokemon in competitive, but I'm pretty sure it's not that good in competitive. But still, I love Halucha, I love its shiny, and I also really love Ash's Halucha. By far, probably one of his most badass Pokemon. If only it won more battles. At number 2, we have Strike Form Urshifu. Now, I was debating whether to put Urshifu at 2 or at number 1. Because I was debating Urshifu and the number 1 slot over and over again, and I constantly still do. But I decided to put Urshifu at 2 because the number 1 slot I have more of an attachment to. But let's talk about Urshifu for a bit. When the Pokemon DLCs came out, I actually did play them, and I really loved using them. And I especially loved using Kubfu. By far one of the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. Then, when it came to wanting to evolve it, I actually chose the Tower of Darkness because I actually prefer Dark types to Water types, and I also preferred the Strike form over the Rapid Fire form. I just love Urshifu so much. I have used it in so many battles, and it came in clutch in so many situations. By far one of the strongest Pokemon I've ever owned, and it will always be one of my all-time favourites. And I feel like I will always love Urshifu. And I also love the fact that I could always restart the game and go back into the game and recatch Kubfu and evolve it into Urshifu. So I could use an Urshifu in my playthrough if I want to. But I don't think I will use it in a playthrough because the fighting slot, it's taken by number 1. And finally, my favourite fighting type Pokemon of all time is Lucario. Oh my god, I adore Lucario. If anybody out there thinks Lucario is a shit Pokemon and likes to shit on it, goodbye. Because I love Lucario so much. As I'm sure you have guessed, I first fell in love with Lucario in the Diamond and Pearl anime. I thought it was so badass and so strong, and I really wanted to use one. So in my first playthrough of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I actually decided to use Riolu in my team. But at the time I did not know how to evolve Riolu into Lucario. So I just played around with it a little bit, and then one day it evolved into Lucario, and it was boss. It was by far one of the best Pokemon I had ever used in that playthrough. Then Pokemon Black and White 2 came out. I used Lucario. Pokemon X and Y, I used Lucario. Pokemon Sword and Shield, I did struggle for a bit finding it, but I did end up using a Lucario. I love Lucario so much, and I will always try to fit in Lucario into my team, unless it isn't possible. For example, I can't use Lucario in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum because I don't like using type overlaps. So I always pick Infernape, so I can't really have 2 fighting types in the same team. But still, I love Lucario so much. I love its power, how many types of moves it can learn, and I also love its Mega Evolution. By far, one of the best Mega Evolutions I've ever seen in my life. And there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. What are some of your favourite fighting type Pokemon? If we have any fighting type Pokemon in common. And if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading my top 10 favourite Poison-type Pokemon. So be sure to come back tomorrow at 4 PM if Poison types are one of your favourite types, if not your favourite type. And let me know in the comments if you've got any favourite Poison-type Pokemon, because I'd definitely be interested in hearing them. Did you enjoy the video as much as I did making it? If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share this video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It's been Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so until the next time, this is Infernape, signing off. Bye!